Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brian Redmond, and this is the Relationship Rehab and the United Guns of America. And tonight, we will be breaking down the shooting of Taveonte, Taveonte Art Emmanuel and the Anaheim Police Department. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers. I don't know what you're doing. I want you to get your mouse. I want you to check me out. And I want you to check me out. Get ready to do this. It's the relationship we have. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Hit subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world, blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go. To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you. What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening. I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.
What it do? Oh shit, it would work better if I had my camera on, wouldn't it? There we go. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Hey, look, I am ready to do this show tonight. Look, I'm going to tell you, I came home today. I was a little sleepy, a little tired, but I caught a couple of cat naps. My babies caught some cat naps, and now I'm up. So let's go. But before we get started, well, let's do my favorite part of the show. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. Here go my favorite part of the show. Let's do this.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes
That's right.
of criticism,
Tell us
news
about it,
reporting,
baby.
teaching, and parody, which does not infringe of copyright.
Reese, I'm feeling like Ric Flair. Woo! I'm feeling like Ric Flair, nigga. Woo! Let's go. Yeah, buddy. All right, so I want to show y'all this because this shit was wild as hell. We hear quite often about how our women need to be protected. And we talking about protecting a black woman at all costs. I'm talking about laying down your life for a black woman, all that kind of stuff. And these black women, they get so mistreated and they're taken advantage of and they are disrespected. Y'all heard Malcolm X said it back in the 60s. There is no person on planet Earth disrespected more than the black woman. And they have been for far too long picked on, for far too long have been victims of this oppressive system. Everything that can go wrong has went wrong and has happened to the black woman. Just saying, that has happened. And this is something that when I saw it, I said, well, who need protecting when you see shit like this? Let's watch.
The brutal attack happened at this intersection in Inglewood yesterday morning. The street vendor simply
Now, you hear first Inglewood and you hear brutal attack. Now, what would you think? A black woman or somebody black is about to get taken advantage of or is about to become a victim. And you could be right. So let's see.
trying to make an honest living selling flowers when this attack happened. Part of it caught on video.
In case you didn't know, that is not a black woman.
In Spanish, Ernesto Francisco tells me he's still in shock. A day after being attacked, part of the assault captured on video. The street vendor was trying to save his flowers from a woman when she shoves him to the ground, picks up a bouquet, and storms off. Bystanders can be heard asking her to stop. The attack happened Sunday morning at the intersection of Florence and Prairie Avenues right in front of Inglewood Park Cemetery. The 28-year-old was selling flowers when he says the woman jumped out of a bus and began assaulting him for no reason.
Me empezó a agredir verbalmente.
The big black bitch with the weave.
Luego físicamente.
Ernesto says for
That fat black bitch, she got off the bus and tried to take me flowers.
she yelled slurs, then things turned physical. The attack lasting for about 10 minutes.
Y para que no me pegara en la cara, entonces yo nomás di.
And the big black bitch, she beat me real bad and she took my flowers.
Ernesto says after she grabbed his flowers, she used them to strike him. Ernesto tried to keep his back towards her as to protect his face.
Me lo quitó.
I tried to block the big black bitch from taking my flowers, but the big black bitch, she just would not stop.
Todo y lo destruyó. Todo.
The big black bitch was like, no, I would not. She just would not stop. She just kept going and kept going. The big black bitch, she just took everything from me.
All his flowers that day were left destroyed. Inglewood police say they arrested her on robbery charges. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help Ernesto financially recover what he lost. Left shaken, he doesn't know if he'll continue to sell.
He looked like, boy, this big black bitch done fucked up my life. Look at how he looking into the distance when he just reflecting on this shit. Like, look at me. He look like I hate this big black bitch. All I was trying to do was sell my flowers on the corner, and this bitch came along got off a bus and fucked my life up. This fat black bitch. He looking like, I wish I would have never came to this corner. I wish when I came over here legally, I should have kept on going right past California and should have went to fucking Utah, Montana, or fucking South Dakota. Why the fuck did I stay here in California with these big black bitches? You big black flower stealing, weave wearing funky bitch.
And he doesn't know if he'll continue to sell flowers, but he's thankful for the bystander to help scare off the
Look.
Las personas sí, hay mucha gente que sí me quiso.
Bitch was a defensive tackle. That's how she got around that lineman. That motherfucker, that bitch swim move off the chain. This bitch.
Sí, pues hay mucha gente que sí me
Look at Bruce Smith. Look at Bruce Smith.
Hay mucha gente que sí me quiso ayudar. Sí, pues hay mucha gente que sí me quiso ayudar. Sí, pues hay mucha gente que sí me quiso ayudar. Sí, pues hay mucha gente que sí me quiso ayudar. Sí, pues hay mucha gente que sí me quiso ayudar. Sí, pues hay mucha gente que sí me quiso ayudar.
Mama said, Mama saw my makusa. Mama said, Mama saw my makusa. Mama said, Mama saw my makusa.
Les agradezco.
And Ernesto was able to walk away with only minor injuries. Most of those injuries, emotional scars rather than physical ones. Now,
Oh, that nigga got some physical too.
Find a link to his GoFundMe page by heading over to our website, KTLA.com, and clicking on our store tonight. That's the latest in Inglewood. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA.
Oh my God. That shit was ignorant. Look, let me tell y'all why I showed this shit. Because this the shit that people don't see. And you don't get to see this shit on the regular. And because this is the kind of shit where these motherfuckers go unchecked. Now, they arrested this bitch, fortunately enough. But I guarantee you that bitch ain't getting no real time. And you just talk about, this is the epitome of just fucking with a nigga. How much, and here's why I'm on this bitch. How much is the flower man selling flowers for? Just ballpark it. I bought flowers off of the flower man. Sometimes the flower man on the corner got better flowers than they got in the store. But how much are those flowers in general? Just usually. Not no holiday. This ain't Mother's Day because they jacked the price up on Mother's Day. They jacked the price up on the you know, the little special on Easter. But how much usually are those flowers? Right, Gabe, $10. I've seen them for $5. I have seen them for $5. And if you catch them towards the end of the day when the sun about to go down, you can get it for a little cheaper than that. $5 to $10. This bitch is getting off the fucking bus. Right, he said you can hustle them down to 8 easy. Hey man, all I got is 8. Them motherfuckers, I tell you what, you pull up on the corner, you tell that motherfucker you got $8 and it's past 3 o'clock, that nigga going. Black, white, don't matter. Asian, Hispanic, it don't matter. They gonna get that. Those flowers are usually $5 to $10. You might find them with the price jacked up on Mother's Day for $20, but that's a dozen or whatever it is, whether it's roses or whatever. You can get them flowers on average for $10. Why in the fuck would a bitch need to get off the bus to take this nigga's flowers? And to the point of, she didn't even do like a grab and dash. She didn't like just go up to him like, yeah, how much is this one? Grab it and then take the fuck off. She gonna beat this nigga's ass and take his shit. Who does that? What kind of motherfucker? I've never, And I'm telling you, I have not lived the most perfect life. I've done some things that I'm not too proud of every now and again, but I have never had a thought of robbing the flower guy who's hustling on the side of the street. I'm going to take that nigga shit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit his ass up. Yeah, I'm going to grab that motherfucker flowers and take his shit. Why would a motherfucker want to do that? All I'm saying is, man, when you talking about motherfuckers fucking with people, when you talking about motherfuckers that just for no reason will fuck with somebody, they deserve whatever the fuck they get. I'm telling you right now, they do. If that Mexican dude would have, here's the fucked up part. If that Mexican dude would have shot her motherfucking ass, blew her motherfucking weave out, cause the bitch ain't got no brains. If he'd have blew her weave out, that motherfucker would have been the worst motherfucker. He'd have been a racist, and he would have killed yet another black woman, and it would have been Breonna Taylor all over again, and we'd have been wearing t-shirts talking about say her name. But all this before shit, you don't see that. All this before shit, you don't act on that shit. Motherfuckers ain't ready to check a motherfucker on that type of shit. Why would you steal from that motherfucker? And I'm telling you, that is the mentality of the hood. A bunch of motherfuckers that's struggling, we gonna steal from each other. And we gonna knock each other down. That little $30 you got, I want that. As opposed to getting on your own hustle, getting on your own grind, doing your own thing, doing something for yourself and not doing it on the back of another motherfucker that got less than you or just as much as you. That's what we do. And the fact that the dude is Mexican or whatever the case may be don't even fucking matter. It's the fact that that dude is out there trying to hustle to feed himself or his family. That's just what it is. And you gonna knock that motherfucker down and take his shit? Man, come on. That's the shit I'm talking about. But that shit just really struck a nerve with me, man. It really did just struck a nerve with me. I said, man, I got to talk about it. But let's go ahead and let's move into tonight's main event. Woo! As Ric Flair would say. Let's go ahead and do that. Because this was a hell of a story. Hell of a story. And what you have here is one of those things where this is a domestic. And y'all know what I say about domestics. Domestic calls are the worst calls to go on. And they usually, when an officer gets a domestic, you want to hopefully take your time in getting there because you want it to be where everything is pretty much over and done with and you doing damage control, or you want it to be to where one, if not both of the parties are gone, so that you don't want to get there in the height of shit going down, because that's when things can go really bad. Shout out to my man Mark Allen, hit your boy with $10. Thank you, sir. That shit can really go bad, and it can go bad fast. So I want you guys to take a look at this. We're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna break it on down and have a funky good time doing it.
Police 911. Hi, there's a man, like, trying to come into my house.
Okay, what's the address? Your address? What apartment? Do you know who he is?
No, but, he's a neighbor here.
So he's your neighbor trying to go into your house?
Yeah.
Is he under the influence of drugs or alcohol that you can tell?
I don't know if he's on drugs. I mean, he looks like he is, but
okay.
I don't know for sure.
And what's he doing right now?
He's screaming into my house.
What's he screaming?
He's telling us to open the door.
Okay. What's your name? I need you to tell me if he's a male, white, black, Hispanic.
He's black. He lives in a...
Male, black. You know height, weight, color, hair?
He's probably like 5.
Shout out to Nicole Watson. Thank you. Platform support. I appreciate you.
What color is that beanie?
What color is his beanie? Like gray? Is that gray?
Okay, what color shirt, what color pants is he wearing?
white shirt, and he had like what color pants did he have? Black pants.
And do you know his name?
Do you know his name? No.
And he lives in...
Yeah. That.
I'm sorry?
But it's not the first time that he's came over here.
Does he have any weapons?
No. He was banging on the door, and the window is really hard, though.
Right now?
Yeah.
With his hands?
Yes.
He's just telling you guys to open the door?
Yeah.
And any idea what he could want or why he's doing that? No?
Ellie? His name is Ellie.
His name is Ellie?
Ellie, yeah.
Alice? Could it be Alice? Oh, no, that's a
Do you know
female.
his real name? Like, is that just his nickname?
Alrighty. I did enter public service. We'll get somebody out there as soon as we can. If he continues on the door or, situation changes, call us back on 911, okay?
Okay, so someone's gonna...
Yeah, someone's gonna go to your... So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause he keeps walking all around the apartment, and my window was open, and he was yelling into my window.
Okay. I'll let the officers know.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, so now let me break this shit down. Here, this is problematic. And the reason why it is because here's what's really happened. There's a domestic. You got a black dude who done, got into it with his girl, and they didn't got physical or whatever, and she's run to this apartment. So she's in this apartment. These chicks done let her in. They sound like some Hispanic chicks. They done let her in or whatever, and they have called the police. The dude is now trying to still talk to her and go back and forth with her ass, so he's banging on their door. This bitch knows this nigga has done this shit probably before, or she's seen this nigga around in her apartment complex, because she's intentionally being disingenuous, acting like he's just some random guy as opposed to giving the information. And here's the thing, because I see what Lucrative George put in the comment section. He says, what's up with all the questions before you dispatch? That's a great question, actually. You want to have as much information as possible to give to the police. And this bitch is literally withholding information. She knows that the bitch, because she didn't say, hey, look, woman ran into my neighbor, ran into my apartment, or lady lives upstairs from me or lives downstairs from me. She ran into my apartment, her and her boyfriend or her and her husband, they were fighting or whatever. And now he's trying to get into my apartment. She's trying to make it seem like this is an unknown nigga, like he's just some thief in the night randomly trying to kick in the door. And the dispatcher's asking those questions because that's not a normal thing. It's not something where somebody is just, oh, I'm gonna pick this door to just bang down and get into. That's why she asked it. He seemed like, was he on drugs? Was he drunk? Or something like that. That's why she's asking those questions, because you don't just have random motherfuckers doing that unless they drunk or high. She knows who this motherfucker is here for. He here for that bitch. That's what he there for. And you know that shit. She needs to tell the police that. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all call and talk to the police, or you call and dispatch and you need the police, give as much information as possible. Shout out to my man Bolo. Thank you, bro. Give the information up. Don't try to spin this shit for your benefit. Don't try to spin some shit to where you gonna make it seem like you the righteous party in this. You don't know what this bitch done. You don't know what the fuck they're arguing over. And you don't need to try to figure it out. That's the police responsibility. That ain't yours. Look, my two neighbors that be fighting all the time, them motherfuckers is at it again. Send the fucking police, because I'm tired. This bitch is over here in my apartment waiting on the police to get here, and her boyfriend or her husband outside trying to kick my door in. I'm about to shoot this nigga. That's another example of, and I tell women this anyone. Look, ladies. It's really important that you all really get into firearms, having guns, knowing how to use guns, and once you buy a gun, going to the range to train and taking courses. Because there's so many of you independent motherfuckers that's out here. Y'all in apartments by yourselves. Y'all in houses by yourselves. Or y'all got some nigga or got several niggas. And you never know when lines can get crossed. And a nigga might be in the bushes looking at your ass while you letting in another nigga and decide today's the day. That's just the reality of it. It's so many of you all that are on your own. You need to make sure that you can protect yourself. That waiting on the police shit, that shit don't work. I'm telling you, it don't. I just saw some shit the other day about a woman who got killed. Something about her boyfriend or some shit like that, or her ex-boyfriend caught up with her ass and that was it. This shit happens all the time. Y'all have got to make sure that y'all are able to protect yourself. And what if that dude would have just been a little bit more determined and kicked in that door? Or if he kicked in the door waving the 4-4, all they would have been like is, Taveonte, please don't hit me no more. Y'all have got to take this shit more serious, because you never know when a situation like this can occur, and it's you that's on the other side of that door calling the police hoping they come. Because the police ain't there to save you. That is not their job. I don't know how niggas still be believe. I've been saying this shit for years. It is not the police job to save your ass. It is not the police job to serve and protect. That is not their job. Their job is to enforce the law. Uphold the law. When you break the law, their job is to take your ass before the court. I swear to God, don't think I'm just telling you some shit. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. These are facts. The police are not there to make you feel better and to make you feel all warm and cozy and say all that shit what niggas be talking about. You supposed to protect and serve. That's that shit from the 70s. That is not their job anymore. Your job, to the motherfucker who's responsible for protecting you, is your ass. On everything I love, that nigga name is Taveonte. That nigga name is Taveonte Art Emmanuel. That nigga got 3 first names. 1 hood and 2 regular. But women, y'all really need to consider that. All that money y'all spending on weave and shit, spending that money on them Dooney and Burke bags and getting them motherfucking Louis and them Gucci's and all that shit, y'all better start spending some money on some Smith & Wessons. Instead of red bottoms, get you a motherfucking a red Glock. Get you that red LC9. Instead of them motherfucking red bottoms, get you a red Ruger. I'm telling you. Because it's like, and I'm telling you like this, even with the way that things are, when you're talking about just the temperature of our country right now and how things are going, motherfuckers don't believe this shit, but shit is about to get worse. Y'all see these jobs ain't just came back like old Shotgun Joe told y'all punk ass that they would. When you have people that are out of work, when you have people that ain't got jobs, you have higher crime. You have more domestic violence. You have more shootings, more robbings. Shout out to Nikki Love, another supporter. Appreciate y'all for joining that membership. That's what's up. So you have it, and it's going to keep coming. It's going to keep growing. The shit is going to get bad. I'm telling you, we're about to hit the summertime. It's going to be cracking this summer. Stop spending all that money on that motherfucking box braids and all that shit and start getting something, doing something for yourself that will protect you. Could save you and your kids one day. Same thing for the fellas. I ain't leaving y'all out. Y'all niggas stop buying these Jordans. The next 2 Jordans that come out, save that money and put that $500-$600 towards a motherfucking Glock 19. Just saying. Instead of buying that motherfucking Gucci belt, go buy your ass a pistol course. Learn how to shoot that gun that you got. Ain't no point in buying no gun, getting your CPL license and all that shit, and then you don't do shit else with it but go to the range every once in a while and shoot 50 bullets. Talking about you putting in work. That ain't putting in work. Go take a pistol course. Home defense class. All that type of shit. Invest in your own protection. I don't know where that came from, but so now where we at is the police have arrived, and this is like probably like 20 minutes later when these motherfuckers get here. But now it's like it kind of like has died down, and now they're trying to do damage control and really find out what's happening and assessing the situation. So they are conducting an investigation. What did JC say? He said, I stopped driving Uber Eats and DoorDash because it's getting bad. Motherfuckers robbing. I'm telling you, man. Dude, you know what the problem is? And I'm going to say this and then we're going to keep going. See, we so used to watching TV and getting our information from TV or what we see on the internet that we're not looking up shit ourselves. We're not really deep diving into what's going on. I just am just because of what I do online and shit like that. I'm just concerned. So I go and I look at these motherfucking stories and see how many motherfuckers is getting robbed and getting killed. I see the shit so much. I know what it is. I know a lot of police officers and motherfuckers that's in law enforcement that's telling me how it's getting, how bad it's getting. Just because you don't see the shit on the news don't mean the shit ain't happening. I'm telling you, it is a common thing. It happens in our country all the time. When motherfuckers are out of work, motherfuckers die. Motherfuckers get robbed. Motherfuckers get shot. Motherfuckers getting raped. All that fuck shit gets turned up. And when I'm telling you, a few weeks ago, when Biden got on TV and said, yeah, the job thing is down, guys, I said, look, crime about to go up. That was the first thing I said. Crime about to go up. That's how it is. So it's like, just because you don't see that shit, go and look at the news. Google the news. Just Google shootings. Put that shit in. People are getting fucked up, getting robbed, and getting all that shit has been happening. It gets worse in the hood, but it's happening all over. Home invasions, all that kind of shit. It's people motherfucking in my neighborhood that's been doing shit. Motherfuckers walking around checking doors and trying to get in cars and shit like that. That's just what it is. So it's like I done turned up my motherfucking awareness. I'm like, shit, I'm ready. I'm looking for these motherfuckers. I'm looking for some shit to go left. Because of how bad it's getting everywhere else. So it's like it's a trickle down effect. So let's go ahead and let's see what the police do.
Please.
What's good, Leviathan?
How did you guys call?
Yes.
What can we do for you?
Well, did you guys get the scary guy?
Who's the scary
He
guy?
lives up there.
She called that motherfucker the scary guy? Is that what the fuck that bitch said?
Yes.
What can we do for you?
Well, did you guys get the scary guy?
Who's the scary?
And you see what I mean? There's the fuck shit. He lives upstairs from you. Not to say that y'all best friends and no shit like that, but bitch, you know who the fuck this dude is. Why you trying to act like he's some unknown, unsavory character? You know, even if that motherfucker don't live there, you know that dude is fucking around with her. You know that dude is fucking around with her. So it's like, what the fuck? It is what it is. What's up? Shout out to my man Billy Go Gruff. He a relationship builder. My man. I appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. He done leveled up on the membership. Shout out to everybody over on the United Guns of America. Yeah, you checking out the Los Polos Hermanos, the Chicken Brothers.
He lives up there. Right.
Okay.
He lives outside our house.
What's he doing?
So, Well, because his wife came inside, because
His wife
yeah,
came to your guys' house?
well, she was screaming outside, and she was saying that he was hitting her. So I opened the door, and then I let her inside, and then
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. On that 911 call, though, she ain't say all that, did she? She didn't. She just didn't say all that shit. Now, she's letting out the motherfucker real. That's why you want to ask questions. That's why it's so important for dispatchers to ask that many questions, because they want to give as much information to the officers that are arriving on the scene. See, you have to remember, as a police officer, when you get a call, you just go into the call, and the only thing that you have is a dispatcher. And they're telling you what's happening. Hey, it's a fire. Hey, it's a person shot. Hey, we've heard gunshots. Here, there's a guy with a knife. There's a guy with a stick. There's a guy with a pole. There's a guy with a triple beam scale. I mean, whatever it is, you need as much information as possible so you'll know what to expect and how to react or level up in force. You have to know that. Because when you get out the car and you don't know what the fuck going on, now, your ass is just caught off guard. He caught me by surprise. He said, you going to jail now, man. That shit was so funny when Tommy was doing that shit. I was laughing my ass off. Shout out to my brother, Tommy Sotomayor, my brother. Hope you having them a good vacation. You going to jail now? That shit was hilarious, nigga.
he was like trying to come inside. He was like banging the window, banging the door, and then
And here's what that does as an officer for me. It gives me a whole different perspective. This ain't no random drugged out, coked out dude trying to break into somebody's house. This is a domestic. This is a man going after his woman. Man going after his wife. And I'm going to tell you like this. A lot of motherfuckers don't realize this, but the first time you hit domestic, you automatically think of a man beating his wife or a man beating his girl. And you have to take into account all of the before shit that could have happened. Because I can't tell y'all how many times a domestic has occurred because of the shit. It's like 50-50. It's the shit that a bitch has done. She kicked it off. She was the drunk one and he just got home from work and she was fucking with him. That shit happens. He was at home sleep. She come home, she pissed off, and she high, or she want to argue, and then shit get kicked off. This nigga come home drunk, trying to sleep it off, but she want to talk shit, and she fucking with him, as opposed to letting him sleep it off. That shit happens all the time, y'all. I'm telling you. When I hit domestic, I do not instantly go into Superman saver mode thinking, oh, we got a damsel in distress. Oh, we got a woman who's hurt. No. Plenty of times that man come home, find his bitch in the bed with another nigga. Plenty of times that man come home, find his bitch with another bitch. I'm telling you, it don't ever think that it's just always, and I know that's just how society has conditioned us, but don't just think that that's what it is. And it's like, oh man, this woman, man, she was in trouble. It was a domestic and she in trouble. No, that ain't how that shit always work out. A lot of times it's some shit where she pushing that nigga's buttons. But the way that it's set up, because the woman is supposedly the weaker vessel, as we just clearly saw the flower robber, wasn't the case. It's up to the law enforcement officers to make sure that that woman is okay. And the reason being is because if something happens to her and she get killed, it's on the officers' here. It's on their job. That's their job. That's in jeopardy. They will be the motherfuckers who will be held accountable for it. Well, y'all just left and didn't check on her. That's how it happens. So that's one of the reasons, like I said, it's the worst fucking call to go on, man. Give me a drive-by shooting. Give me a motherfucker hostage situation. I don't want to do this. I just don't, because I know how this shit can go.
He was yelling at her to hurry up and come outside. And then, so we waited, and then the manager came. We waited till the manager came, and then the manager told him to go away, because he was like right here. So the manager told him to go away, and then he came back again, and my window was open a little bit, and he was like yelling inside, like, oh.
And here's another thing. When you just fly and just race to get to a situation, a domestic, you won't get all this information. You won't know who's who and what's what and what really happened or what had happened. You go right to this motherfucking call and you in the midst of a dude banging on the door. Now you in a motherfucking situation where this motherfucker's wilding out. You got to stop his ass first. You don't know who this nigga is. You don't know what the fuck he doing or why he's even doing it. You get there a few minutes late, getting information now. Real accurate, more accurate information as opposed to that bullshit she was saying before. The scary black guys upstairs, from upstairs is banging on my door. Like he's fucking Candyman or somebody. Yeah, Candyman is at my front door. I don't know what to do. He got this hook and he's trying to get in. We said his name 3 times, but he popped up outside the door instead of this side. He must have been drunk. He's drunk tonight. Normally he pops up right behind the motherfucker, but tonight Candyman is outside trying to get in. And he can't just pop back in and pop back up on the other side of the door. So he's banging on the outside of my door trying to get in.
Come outside, like to her, like
Because he wants her out.
Yeah. But she was telling us that he was hit her. She had blood like on the back of her head too, she said.
Okay.
But she left.
Where did she go?
I don't know, back to her house or something. But she left.
She went back to her other man. Where did she go? Oh, she went back to her other boyfriend who stayed 2 doors down from where they stay up on the 2nd floor. Right. No, I'm just lying. That is not what the book happened.
She was scared of him.
Back to her house? In the
I
apartment?
guess. I don't know where she lived.
No, but she said
doesn't
that
live here.
they got a divorce or something. And she came back. I don't know why.
You know why she came back? Because she liked this shit. I don't understand why people look. Let me explain something to y'all. Let me get into my rehab shit real quick. Please understand this, people. There are women. Hear this. There are women who actually like domestic violence. They get off on the back and forth, the arguing, and yes, the fighting. There are women who are so fucking dysfunctional that they actually have to have the physical part of the domestic because that's what they equate to love. Most women that are in domestic relationships, domestic abuse relationships, come from domestic abuse homes. That means they mama and daddy fault. That means they grandmama and they granddaddy fault. And that's how they equate love. If he don't come home every now and again and beat my ass and then fuck the shit out of me, he don't really love me. Yes, Leviathan, that is really a thing. There are women who equate the physical part of domestic abuse to love. That's why it happens. Just think about it like this. If there wasn't an addictive part to this shit, women would be leaving after the first ass whooping. All women ain't got 10 kids and nowhere to go with no life skills. They ain't all in that situation. I know you people like to paint that picture and make it be like, oh yes, well she has the children and he has the job. Nope. It's plenty of situations where that nigga ain't shit, but a at home ain't shit nigga. And that bitch get all the WIC and Section 8 she can possibly take. And he with her ass beating the shit out of her every other day. And she loving every minute of it. loving every minute of it, will leave and come right the fuck back. All she want to leave for is just to get a break, to let her wounds healed up so she can come back fresh and revived. She come back and be just as effervescent as before. That's my word of the week, y'all. Effervescent. But yes, that is a thing. Domestic abuse is not a one-way street, people. It is not. It is not. That shit will happen one time, and that will be it. I'm telling you. If it happens more than one time, they are in it to win it. They want to become the best that they can be as a domestic abuse victim. It's a role that they like to play. Right, look at Edmund Carter. He said, my ex loved that shit. She cut my clothes. I put her in the Boston Crab. She cries, and then we fucking by midnight. Too much. I'm telling you, they like the excitement, the ups and downs, the highs and lows of that shit. It is literally like a drug. It's addictive. That breakup to make up shit is true. You get to arguing and fighting, and you motherfucking pour gas down my tank of my car and some shit. I come slap the shit out of you, punch you in the gut a few times, and then shit. By midnight, we fucking. And tomorrow we gonna do it all over again. There are some men who like that shit. They like a bitch, a ain't shit bitch that's always talking shit, loud than a motherfucker. Like he said, cutting up clothes, throwing my Jordans outside, pouring bleach on my clothes. And that same bitch will go and buy me brand new shit on the weekend we going to the mall. All the shit she cut up, all the shit she poured bleach on, she gonna go and buy me all that exact same shit this weekend. That's a thing. That's what they do. Don't ever think, and I'm telling you, I'm just telling you what I know from experience, from people that I've known that have done it, shit that I've seen, just being on the job, all that shit, that's what happens. I can't tell you how many times we've arrived at a domestic, or you go to a domestic call and the bitch don't want the nigga to go to jail. She just wants you to come and be a part of it. She wants you to be a studio audience member. I just want him to stop. No, you don't, bitch. I do. I love him. Bitch, you was here when you saw him starting to do meth at 5. That nigga got off work. That white boy got off work at 5 o'clock, had meth on the table by 6, and beer. It's now motherfucking 2:30 in the morning, and you wondering why Kevin's doing this. I don't know why he's doing this. Bitch, you know why? Well, man, we got methamphetamine on the table. He going to jail. Oh, don't take him to jail. I don't want him to go to jail. I just want him to stop. Bitch, I'm not here to motherfucking deal with you and Kevin. I'm here to take this nigga to jail. And if he fuck up, he gonna fuck around and be going to hell. I'm telling you, that's what happens all the time. So don't think that this shit is just, oh, it's just such a damsel in distress. We got a woman who's a victim here, and she's just, nope, she gonna be right back with him, just like that motherfucker said. I think they married. Bitch, you know they married. You know that's her husband. And it's common law in motherfucking California, so that motherfucker's together, period. You know it. Say what it is. That's just one of those things with relationships, man. When you talking about dysfunctional, toxic relationships, it's a learned behavior. I learned how to beat this bitch because I watched my daddy do it. I watched my stepdaddy do it. I learned how to whoop a bitch because my mama showed me how she got her ass whooped. And she was fine with it. She got her ass punched in the face a couple of times a week, and she would make the best meals, and they would have the best sex after. I can remember hearing the walls banging. and he beat her ass by 5 p.m. and she be loving his ass by 10 at night. 5 hours later, they just in love like never before. I'm telling you, that's how it goes.
No, she doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was like coming to my house because he wanted her out.
How long ago did he leave?
Probably like 20 minutes ago.
Just Brown's Round said, I hated hearing that.
And she left
Hey.
after you did?
No, she
After she left, he still come in.
Upstairs? All right. Let's see if we can talk to him.
So now they've gotten this information, and what do they have to do? Because it's a domestic, I gotta go investigate. I really need to do a wellness check to make sure that she is all right. So I'm trying to find her, and I'm trying to find him, so I can find out what's happening, so I can conduct my investigation. Well, I've already begun conducting my investigation, so I can complete my investigation.
How you doing, sir? Can you come down here and talk to us for a minute? I don't know, your neighbors say there's some problem with an ex-wife or something like that. They said she was in their apartment bleeding. She told them that you hit.
And there it is. That nigga picture came up like a motherfucking football player, like on Monday Night Football, don't it? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 do 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 dun 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 do 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 do. Oh, you know how when they come up and they be like, yeah, I'm Taveonte Art Jonathan Emmanuel. I'm from Syracuse. I'm 34 years old, running back from Tulane. Y'all know how that live picture come up during the game when they introducing all the players? He be like, yeah, Taveonte Emmanuel, starting running back from Tulane. Yeah, I'm Taveonte Emmanuel, running back, Florida State. Go Seminoles. That's what the motherfuckers be doing. Y'all know that's how they do that shit. Right, they be like, yeah, Taveonte Art Emmanuel, a.k.a. the running man from Ohio State. That's how that nigga shit came up, boy. Only thing that's missing is his stats, like what he did last year. Motherfucker be like, hey, look, nigga ran for 1,800 yards last year, nigga. Average 4.4 yards a carry, nigga. Oh, my God, boy. That's funny than a motherfucker. But that's that nigga name, Taveonte Art. They nicknamed him Jonathan, and his last name is Emmanuel. What the fuck kind? You know what kind of background this nigga got. You know it. You know what kind of background this nigga got. I'm just saying, that's what it is. This a hood ass nigga raised by some hood bitches, and that's why this nigga's doing the shit he doing.
Okay. Can we come up there and talk to you so we don't have to yell this over your apartment? Okay. Well, look, we have a duty to check and make sure that everybody's okay and there's nothing going on and nobody's hurt in your apartment or anything, okay? So if we can come up and do that, then we can be on our way. What's that? I just told you there was.
And here we go. This lets you know what kind of motherfucker you dealing with. That right there is what? That's some women raised man shit. Now, if he was smart, he would go talk to the police, say, hey, I don't know where she at. I haven't seen her. We was arguing, but did you touch her? Nope, I haven't touched her. Well, where's she at? I have no idea. Well, they said you was banging on the door. No, sir, not me. I was upstairs. We was arguing. She left, and I was upstairs. It's like when y'all motherfuckers came. I didn't know where she was. I was standing outside looking to see if I could see her. I ain't see her nowhere. You just talk to me like that, I can't do shit. Well, they said you was what they said. I have no idea what they're talking about, sir. I'm going to be like, the motherfucker scene calm. She ain't here. I can't even verify no bruises or nothing, so I don't know what the fuck happened. They could have just been shouting and arguing. That ain't against the law. Well, it's disorderly conduct, but that ain't no shit I'm about to run you in for. And I don't know where this bitch at neither. And he got, and she in the apartment. He needs to let him in the apartment, excuse me. But if she ain't even in the apartment, yeah, you can go look in the apartment, sir. She's not in there. She's not here. Now get out of my place. You got a warrant? He can even pull out one. You got a warrant? Nope. Call her name. She ain't coming. She ain't in there. Well, can we go in there and look? No. Well, why won't you let her go? Because it's my right. You can literally just be the cool guy in the situation, and you can get out of that shit. Sometimes. But this nigga here, no. Somebody's turned this nigga dial all the way up. All the way turned up. All the way turned up. This nigga, believe it or not, he bout that action. Just so y'all know. He coming downstairs and all that shit. He body and rowdy. He wants the smoke. That's what this is. He want it. The shit that he know that can happen and go left, he know he can wind up in jail. He know that he can wind up getting shot. He like, fuck that. This is what I want on tonight. It's Monday night. I'm in the best game. Everybody watching me. This is a huge stage. I'm about to get real niggerish right about now. Because he didn't even have to come down and talk to him. He like, no, fuck that. I'm about that. Look.
Still not willing to talk to us about what happened?
See? Yeah. About that life. Let's get it.
The last name is Emmanuel. Fighting with your wife. They said your wife.
She's not even here. I did not fight with her.
Okay, do you have a contact number so we can get a hold of her?
I have no idea
We
where
need to verify. if
She's not even
okay.
supposed to be here.
Shout out to Just Brown. Thank you so much, so much for being a platform supporter.
And the neighbors called and said you were fighting with her.
Yeah, I'm not fighting with her.
Okay, have a seat for me. Have a seat.
No,
You're being
I'm not gonna
detained.
have a seat.
Have a seat.
I'm not.
And now it goes left. And now it goes left. The minute you tell the police what the fuck you ain't gonna do, that's when you know I really want to die doing what I love. Watch what happens.
I'm not finna have a
Being
seat.
detained.
I'm not finna have a seat.
Turn around. Put your hands
I'm not
behind
turning shit.
I'm not turning shit. That nigga said I'm not turning shit, nigga. Fuck you mean, bruh?
I'm not turning shit. I'm not turning shit. I'm
Don't
not
turn
turning
it. Look
shit.
it. This is
I'm not turning
nothing.
shit. No.
Don't make it more than it needs to be. Okay? Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not putting my hands down.
Why do you want to make this difficult?
Because I didn't do shit. I'm going to
Okay,
the bar.
we don't know that, and we're here investigating. Yes, we're here investigating. Okay, so we need to get your compliance. Stop fighting with us, ma'am.
Oh yeah. That shit sounded like the beginning of Car Wash, didn't it? Bow. Bow. Car wash, whoa, 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 whoa. Car washer. At the car wash, whoa, 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 whoa. Car washer. This nigga, man. That's what niggas want. Why would you do any of what he's done? All of that shit that this nigga could have done, and I think Amanda said it earlier, nigga just stay in their apartment. Just sit there and be like, hey man, I ain't did shit. No, you ain't got no evidence on me, man. Hey man, call your supervisor or something. I'm not going to jail. Or if you did beat her ass, why not leave before the police get there? Why not just be gone when the police get there? That nigga got that wax on, wax off. That's what the fuck he got. He got that Karate Kid. You're the best around. Now your ass is shot laying on the ground. You're the best around. Now you're shot on the ass and down. You're the best around. Now your ass is shot and laying down. Whoa, whoa. Taveonte, you're the best. Y'all remember when Allie was saying that shit? She was like, Daniel, you're the best. You're the best, Daniel. After she saw, goddamn, this nigga can really fight. You're the best, Daniel. Taveonte, you're the best. You're the best around. Now your ass is shot and laying down. You're the best around. This motherfucker, man. This shit was beyond stupid. I could even give you some type of credit if you was actually one-on-one. I'd be like, hey, man, that nigga had a 50-50 shot at it. Nigga, you outnumbered like a motherfucker. Just saying. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I'm a cool ass nigga anyway, so I might as well be a monkey's uncle. I love hip hop, smoke hip hop live. Y'all remember that dude? He said, United Guns of America, I hope you've been good, brother. Hope you forgive me for the idiot things emotional brothers say. Love you, man. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. I ain't holding no grudge. That's smoke. Can I please? Smoke, please. Smoke, can I talk, please? That's my man right there. It's all good, man. We do what we got to do, I guess. But why would you take that chance and go hands-on and go for a gun with 1, 2, 3 police officers around? Like, how do you think that's going to turn out? If you're not going to leave before the police get there, cooperate. Because he had at least 20 minutes from the call to them getting there. Because I'm telling you, police officers, we take our time. We don't rush to no fucking domestic. I'm telling you. We don't take our, we go, whoa, we hit what? Domestic, oh shit. All right, man, we gotta go. Well, let's get there. We ain't, we ain't trying to motherfucking beat the speed of light. It ain't like, hey, we got a kid that's unresponsive. We got a 3-year-old unresponsive. Oh, nigga, we running through motherfucking everything. We driving. We the lights is on. We yelling out the windows. Get the fuck out the way. We doing all that shit. You hear some shit like that. Kid unresponsive on the highway or kid unresponsive at a house or whatever. We on that shit. Domestic? Hey, man. We like, man, you driving, man. You take the scenic route. That's what you're doing. Yeah. So let's see what happens, because they're going to show it from different angles, too.
Don't turn the ticket. This is nothing. Don't make it more than it needs to be. Okay?
So you see, he got 2 officers in front of him, 1 officer behind him. 3 police officers.
Put your hands behind your back. Why do you want to make this difficult?
Because I didn't do shit.
Okay, we don't know that. And
I like this nigga. I like this nigga verbiage. He like, I ain't turning shit. I ain't sitting no motherfucking well. Cause I ain't do shit, nigga. That's why. That's real nigga shit right there, baby. That is just the wild hunter in me. I'm telling you, most people don't appreciate that shit, but that's just my hood shit that's in me, and I that's from my old life. But when you hear nigga talking like that, niggas, we mean that shit. I'm telling you, tell a nigga, I ain't turning shit. Nigga, I ain't doing shit, nigga. That's real. You hear a nigga talking like that, nigga, and he's like that calm, but still that forceful, that nigga mean that shit. I'm telling you right now, I can't tell you how many times I'd have heard a motherfucker be like, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. Nigga here to say that shit, that mean that nigga ready to die on that hill. I'm telling you right now, that's in the real nigga shit handbook. That's what that shit means. If I tell you some shit like that, nigga, I ain't turning shit. Nigga, I ain't giving up shit, nigga. That means, nigga, beat my ass, shoot me, stab me, whatever you gonna do, you gonna have to take it from me. I ain't giving this shit up. Nigga get a gun pulled on him, nigga be like, nigga, give me that run them pockets, nigga. Nigga, I ain't giving you shit. I ain't running shit, nigga. That means you better shoot me, kill me, stab me, choke me, bite me, whatever you gonna do. All I wanna say is that you better fuck me up. Beat me, shoot me, stab me, choke me. You better stomp me or better choke me. You can do whatever the fuck you want to me, cause I ain't giving up shit. So you better kill me. All I want to say is that I don't really give a fuck. That's what that shit means. I'm telling you, you hear a nigga talking like that, that means I don't have shit. I'm putting it on the line. All I really want to say is, nigga, I don't really give a fuck. That's what that shit means. Whatever you gonna do, you better be willing to do it. Because all I really want to say is I don't really give a fuck. You better do your worst, nigga. I'm telling you, that's what that shit means. Like when motherfuckers talk about how your mind made up and what you gonna do, you gonna rob a motherfucker with a gun or a knife or some shit, you better be ready to use it. You gonna pull that pistol out, you better be ready to shoot it. That's what that nigga's talking like. He telling you right now he with it. He bowdy and rowdy. I'm about that life, nigga. And that's why he did what he did.
we're here investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're here investigating.
He like,
So we need to get your compliance. Stop fighting.
that's that car wash, nigga. Now, you heard what he said. You know that the old saying, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You right. But when there's still more hunters than rabbits, you ain't gonna win. It's like one-on-one, you pull that off, nigga, you done turn the tide. You done flip the table, nigga. You done turn the odds in your favor. 3 against 1, nigga, you still losing. Even with one of the guns taken away and you got it, you still got 2 other guns on your ass. You not gonna win that shit. Hell, even John Wick might not come out of that. I'm just saying. You're not going to win that. So JC said, what I don't understand is how do you get your gun taken away? Very easily, JC. And here's one of the things. When you're a law enforcement officer, your holster that you wear needs to have a certain level of retention. And actually, we want the Yes, my thigh holster does have it. So, like, let me show you this. This is my thigh holster. God damn, that's a goddamn USB drive. I mean, USB. So, this is my thigh holster. Okay, this is my thigh rig. I can put this on my leg. Got my Glock 22 right here. But, you see, this holster is a level 2. This is level 2 retention. Yes. Yeah, this is level 2. So, like, this holster here, I can't just pull it out. I can shake this motherfucker all day. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Okay? A regular holster. Oh, shit. Actually, I got that one. So let me explain this real quick. This here is a level 1. This is just a level 1 holster. I can shake this and that gun will come out. I can just pull this. There is no retention. No retention whatsoever. This is just standard holster. All right? This is a, I think this is a King. This is a Glaco something. But this is just a regular Kydex holster. This is one of the first holsters I actually bought, actually. But this is just no retention. I mean, no level retention. This is just straight level 1 here. That's what it is. This holster here, now listen. You heard that click? That means that this gun ain't coming out this holster until I press that little button right there. So when I press that button, gun comes right out. Now, there are other holsters that law enforcement officers carry that actually have, like my duty holster. Where, shit. I think my duty holster is put up. Yeah, no, because that's my battle belt. Yeah. Yo, so my duty holsters, it's actually in the closet. I ain't worn it in years. But my duty holster, it's like this, but it actually has like a little ring that goes around it. It's only level 2. So I got to push a little button and pull that little ring that goes over this so you can't just take the gun straight out, and then I can draw. There's also a level 3 holster where you have to actually grab the gun. You got to kind of like rock the gun forward a little bit in order to get it out. It's like 2 motions that you have to do to get it out. So when you're fighting with somebody, this is kind of doable, but it can still, if you got some time to keep your hand on it while you fighting the motherfucker, it is a little difficult to get out. However, if you have a standard level 2 holster with just the little ring over it that just goes over it like that, all they got to do is push that ring down and your gun come right out. The reason why I had that level 2, that style holster, because that was our minimum that you had to have was level 2. A lot of guys have level 3 and shit like that, but I had a level 2 was because I want to be able to get to my gun. I tried that rocking shit that you got to do. It's not hard. It's just a muscle memory thing. But I like a smooth, fast draw. And that draw was the best I could have being in that. I personally like leather and Kydex for my concealed carry and shit like that. Or just straight Kydex that I have with my, what is that called? God damn it. It's the, the ones that the detectives use. The paddle holster. It's like that, but it's just a little smaller. But that's my favorite, but that's bulky. But anyway, when you have that type of holster and you're fighting somebody, oh, that gun can come out. Because the thing is, it's a forceful move. You're trying to actually pull the gun out. And once you get that little loop over it, or once you get that your hand on that firearm, you can work that shit out. You can work that shit out. If you know how to work the holster, you can get the motherfucker out. Sometimes people don't know how to work the holster, but if you know how to do it, the motherfucker coming out. That's it. There are some departments that don't have those requirements. So I don't know what kind of, I would have to see his rig to really see what it was and how that shit came out, but I'm just telling you that shit matters when you got somebody going for your gun. It's not a thing that can't be done. You can definitely get a holster out of a gun out of a holster of a law enforcement officer if you got the right type of position and you're in the right area. You got your hand on that gun, you can get that motherfucker out. The holster is designed to only hold the gun. It is not designed to protect you from another motherfucker getting the gun out. That is not the aim of it. It's designed to make it difficult, but it can definitely be done. And the last thing that you want to ever feel as a law enforcement officer is another motherfucker's hand on your gun. That's the last thing you want to feel. And that's just one of the reasons why I carried a backup. I always had a backup on my ankle. And I kept it on the opposite side. So if for some reason I got shot in my right hand or my right side or something and I couldn't use this arm, I trained myself to access my backup gun with my left hand. Just in case. Motherfucker get the drop on me and they take my gun from me or something like that. If I can fall to the ground or something and get to my left with my left on my right ankle, I can get to my gun. That's just how I was. A lot of people, it depends on what you feel comfortable with and how you want to train yourself to do it, but that's exactly what that shit is about. You don't want another motherfucker hand on your gun. I hear that and kudos to that officer for shouting that shit out, because he could have been so focused and so fucking what do you call it? He could have been so hyped up from the adrenaline that he didn't say anything, and motherfuckers wouldn't have known to back the fuck up. Because usually when a motherfucker take a police officer's gun, they just get to busting, and that's it. And I don't know who if any of those shots came from him or not, but that's usually what happens. And that horn going off like that, that is because a bullet done hit a motherfucking car and then fucked up the horn. That's what the fuck that is. The alarm is going off. That shit is annoying. Yeah, Gabe, I believe that I think level 3 is the highest. I don't think there's a level 4 or 5. If it is, I can only imagine how difficult that motherfucker is. But I believe level 3 is the highest. That's the highest that I've seen anyway. Yeah, but I'm not sure. You can probably Google that to find out. But yeah, that's what it's. Yeah, I'm gonna say level 3. Oh, there is a level 4? Okay. Yeah, you probably got to work a combination with that shit with level 4. That level 4, you got to put in a motherfucking key code or some shit. You got to give a thumbprint for level 4. God damn. He said level 10, 2 people turning the key like the fucking nuclear warhead. Yeah, there's a level 10, but it comes with an emergency action message. You got to get the EAM, crack that shit open like in motherfucking, like in Hunt. Was that Hunt for Red October? Is that what that shit was called? What was the shit with Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington? You got to crack the emergency motherfucking thing open. You got to have Weps, got to read the shit. Then you got to read the code back, and then you motherfucker go and get the gun out.
I can't see, guys. Let's get on top of it. Just stay. Find some gun. Glove up. I have your gun. Okay. All right. We got it?
Crimson Tide. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. Glove up real quick? Yeah. I need gloves. I'll just go and handcuff. All right. I got it.
Turn that damn horn off. Shit. There it is. And then the gun was there. Then you gonna see that, but he gonna actually tell you what a gun. You gonna see the gun. But you gotta cuff a motherfucker. Everybody knows that. I've talked about that plenty of times about why you gotta cuff somebody.
I'm not finna have a seat.
I'm not having a seat.
Turn around. I'm not turning shit.
I'm not turning shit.
I'm not turning shit. I'm not turning shit. I'm not turning shit. This is nothing. Don't make it more than it needs to be. Okay? Put your hands behind your back.
That's a nigga for you, boy.
Because I didn't do shit. Okay, we don't know that, and we're here investigating. Yes. Yes, we're here investigating. Okay? Yep. So we need to get your compliance. Relax. Stop fighting this, man. It's 10-3.
Why can't a nigga just comply, man? I just don't understand that shit. There it is.
I'm Sergeant Jacob Gallagher with the Anaheim Police Department Professional Standards Section. I'm going to provide you with a brief overview of an incident that occurred on Thursday, December 12, 2019. On that date, at approximately 10:20 p.m., the Anaheim Police Department Communications Center received a 911 call from a concerned female indicating one of her male neighbors was acting suspiciously outside of...
Did you say step back and pull a taser on him? You don't, taser don't beat Glock. So ain't no way you pulling no taser on no nigga like that. Taser don't beat Glock. So you have to level up accordingly. A motherfucker gonna react and pull a gun, you don't pull a taser. Motherfucker pull a knife, you don't pull a taser. If it can take your life, you pull your gun. A taser is for a motherfucker that's resisting arrest that does not have a deadly weapon. And I'm tell you so, and I couldn't see if he had a taser. Nah, I didn't see that, but if he tried to tase him, he was dumb as fuck. Unless it was one of the guys that didn't have the gun, that didn't that he wasn't trying to take the gun from. The guy who had to take the gun, he's taking the gun from. Fuck a taser. But it's like people, and it's like a lot of people still don't realize. Yes, that taser, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. That's why I wasn't one of the ones to carry that shit. Number one, I ain't want to ride the Lightning. I just didn't. I was like, fuck that. They were like, come on, Redmond, you should ride the Lightning, man. It ain't bad. Say, you know, you get your shake on a little bit and that's it. I'm like, I ain't riding that Lightning. Fuck that. I electrocuted myself once with a 115 volt socket with a light bulb, and I didn't like that. So I'm good. But the taser, it's so many people that aren't affected by it. It just is. There's just a certain way a motherfucker's wired to where that taser don't fucking bother them. It don't affect them. So it's not going to incapacitate them. Now, it's supposed to, and it can for a lot of people. But there is a good significant amount of people where you don't want to take that chance, because once you deploy that taser, if that motherfucker don't get stiff and do the robot and go down, nigga, you in trouble. What's next? What's next? So it's like, you don't want to have to go through that. And that's why I wasn't feeling that shit. I'm like, man, fuck that taser shit. Motherfucker go left, motherfucker talk all that bullshit, nigga. We gonna get this Glock going. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm ready to go to work. Cause it's like the thing is, and you're right, like Covette said, how about you just comply? Because the thing is this, every time you interact with the police, what are you dealing with? Your freedom and your life is on the line. And for police officers, our lives are on the line. I'm going home. Fuck that I want to go home. I'm going home. I'm going to go home, motherfucker. You will not be the reason why I don't go home. So if your ass gotta go, so be it. And I wish more police officers would just come right out and say that shit. How effective is it? It's effective. Is it against fat people? It's not necessarily if you fat or if you skinny or whatever. It's just the way that your body is wired, where some people can take that charge to where it doesn't. Because the thing is, the taser is supposed to incapacitate you. Like when that motherfucking mall cop that tased them wild bitches. Them bitches was fighting and talking shit to him, and the bitch spit on him or some shit like that, or she hit him or something, and he tased that bitch, and that bitch got stiff and fell, and everybody was like, oh no, that's a female, and the kids was crying and shit. That shit was funny as hell. But it's supposed to incapacitate you. Like, you supposed to shut down for several seconds or whatever. You supposed to just drop. If it don't do that to you, nigga, you still in the fight. Those people, when you see them motherfuckers get taken, they be like, them motherfuckers like Cyborg. Yeah, come on, yeah. Yep, that ATL Mall car, hilarious video. But it's like if that taser don't incapacitate you on the spot, nigga, that shit don't fuck with you like that. You get charged up, you get amped. Because there is an adrenaline dump that's gonna take place, and you're going to recover from it very quickly. And a motherfucker can hit you with it several times, and it ain't gonna work. That's just that percentage of people who are just immune to the shit, if you want to use that word. But the other part of that is the other caveat to it. If you on drugs, you ain't gonna feel that shit. You hopped up on meth, you on heroin, you on speed, you on weed, whatever the fuck you hyped up on, you drunk, you ain't gonna feel that shit. Some people are just like, man, there's some people who will be drunk, they'll fucking piss themselves and won't feel a thing. I pissed on myself, but nigga, I still whoop your ass. That's just what it is. And then the other thing about the taser, you only get, I think, is it 2 deployments or some shit like that? Then you got to take that cartridge off, put a new cartridge on. Man, fuck all that. Your ass don't want to comply? My partner can shoot you with that taser. If my partner can hit you with that shit. Nigga, if shit go left, I'm going to hit your ass with this Glock 22, give you about 4 of these motherfucking 40 rounds and see what happens. I got 30 motherfucking 3 rounds on my ass. Fuck around if you want to, nigga, and we gonna get it cracking. We gonna see what this do. Actually, it's 45. 15, 46. 3 15 round mags. Yep, that's 45, and then 1 in the chamber. I have 46 rounds, nigga. Let's go. It's just like that shit. Because of, and my thing is too, as a law enforcement officer, you don't know who's on what. And that shit can go one way or the other. A motherfucker could have a fucking pacemaker or some shit like that. You hit them with that lightning and fuck they shit up. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have to worry about all that extra shit. A motherfucker, you can hit that motherfucker with that shit and it don't do nothing. Now this nigga mad, he really want to fuck you up. That knife he charging at your ass with, he really gonna give it to you now because you done pissed him off with the motherfucking zap. I'd rather put on some Roger motherfucking Troutman than the motherfucker hit him with the zap. Hey, lady. Shit. So you have to think about that shit. You have to consider that shit. That shit is important than the motherfucker, man. Your life is on the fucking line.
Her apartment. The caller explained the male was screaming and yelling and banging on her windows and doors. She further indicated the male was possibly under the influence of drugs and was asking for her to open her front door. Based on the information provided, the dispatcher entered a narcotics call for service, and at 10:32 p.m., a 2-officer team self-dispatched to the location. All Anaheim Police Patrol officers are equipped with body-worn cameras. Per Anaheim Police Department policy, all body-worn cameras must be worn in a forward-facing position that facilitates comprehensive recording of contacts and or incidents.
All right, then he just gonna keep on talking all that other shit. I done broke down what he talking about already.
At some point, prior to both officers arriving, Mr. Emmanuel and the assault victim left the apartment. It is unknown where they went.
They probably went to go fuck. It don't matter. The fact is, when a police officer, here's the thing, man, and this is one of the things that I wanted to get across to people, especially to those people who don't deal with this shit. When the police are conducting an investigation, there's already probable cause. Nigga, you can be detained. Ask if you're being detained. And if the police officer tells you yes, sit the fuck down, turn around instead of I ain't turning shit, sit your ass down. Because here's the thing. When you don't, you are now breaking the law further, and now I can take your ass, I can arrest you and take your ass to jail. I can put these cuffs on you just to detain you. And here's the other thing. If you think that what I'm doing is not legal, if you think that what I'm doing is illegal, I'm violating your constitutional rights. If you believe that, great. You have every right to do so. However, trying to fight that court battle in the streets will only wind your ass up like Taveonte. You will get that Taveonte special, get that 5-piece hot with an extra pepper on the side and a horn honk. Shout out to my man Billy. Go hit me with another $2. Thank you, brother. That's what happens. So don't think that you just gonna get away scot-free with this shit and say, no, y'all wrong, fuck that. No, nigga. Go ahead and let them conduct their investigation. Let them violate your rights. And then you go before the court and file your lawsuit. That's how you do it. Other than that, you gonna fuck around and get the Taveonte special. And your ass gonna get that car wash clap and you gonna be laying down fucked up. That's all I'm saying. So
As
we're gonna
officers
pretty
were
much wrap
speaking
this
with
shit
the
up.
reporting Party, Mr. Emmanuel was
I
observed
think
walking in the apartment complex.
that we've gotten
The
all
primary
this
officer
shit out the
attempted to
way.
speak with
All
him about the
minds are
alleged assault.
clear.
However, he was uncooperative and walked away. Based upon the information provided by the reporting
Yeah.
party, the focus of this investigation shifted from a suspicious circumstances situation to a potential felony domestic violence investigation. Because of the volatile nature of these types of calls and the fact that Mr. Emmanuel was uncooperative, and to ensure the safety of the female, the primary officer requested a supervisor respond to the location so they could formulate a plan to best handle this incident.
And all of that shit would have took place if he would have just stayed in his apartment or stayed upstairs or just left. All that shit would have been avoided and it would have been all good. But the nigga in him just had to do it. He can't let go. He can't let go. No, 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 no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bam, 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 bam. That's all that shit was. That Anthony Hamilton. He can't let go. He can't let go. But this happens far too often, man. Where and the bad part about it is this is a brother. This is a man who, hey, whatever domestic shit he had going on with his girl and all the fussing and fighting and fucking that was going on, it is what it is. You don't have to die from it, dude. We die for just for the dumbest, meaningless shit. And it's like, what did he die from? What did he die? What did he die because? Why did this man die? Ask yourself that. And for those of you that may be upset about this, think it's another black man shot by another white cop, just ask yourself this. Why is this man dead? Because he got into a domestic with his woman and didn't want to go to jail. Y'all, jail is less than a year of being locked up. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. However, when you break the law, just going to jail, you gonna get out on bail. That bitch probably wouldn't even press charges and would have dropped the charges and that's it. I'm so tired of niggas dying because they don't want to go to jail. I understand that you don't want to be locked up, but niggas, sometimes you just gotta go to jail. I understand you didn't do it. I understand it wasn't your fault. I understand she did something. Sometimes you just have to go to jail. That's it. Comply. And a lot of times, half the time when you comply, you don't wind up going to jail. But nigga, you went ahead, you did the dummy, and as opposed to you going to jail now, as Tommy would say, as opposed to that shit happening, nigga, you going to the pearly gates. You on that damn, I ain't got my goddamn, I gotta get it. This nigga's on the Heavenly Express. Yup, it ain't even over here no more. It's on my old hard drive. God damn, I gotta get that hard drive fixed. I've got to get that hard drive fixed. God damn it. But yeah, you wind up dying for a domestic. Just fucking comply, man. Fight it out in court. Get your lawyer. Go hire Ben Crump and do all that extra shit afterwards. In the moment, guys, black men, young black men, put your hands up, turn around, put your hands on your head, and just let them put the cuffs on you, man. That's all. Go to jail, get out on bond, and you good. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that somebody will see this shit and just decide to comply from now on. The next time. Talking shit to the police, not knowing the law, and thinking that you're going to get away or you're going to do some stupid shit like this Grand Theft Auto or it's in the movies. I've yet to see it work out. Even when the bad guy does kill the cop or does fuck up the cop, they still catch him. They still catch him. Or they wind just like the guy that killed the cop in New Mexico. What happened to him? He winded up in a high-speed chase, and they wound up shooting his ass, his piece of shit ass down on the side of the road, just like he was roadkill. Anyway, it's like being one of the that old dude from the Lunatics on Thundercats. Give up now. You can't win. There's no point in fighting. What's the use? You don't win, guys. Especially men. You don't win. So just comply, man. Alright? Alright. Y'all take it easy, man. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. We is out. Y'all have a good one. Thank you to everybody that donated. Let me give my shout outs real quick. Make sure I didn't miss nobody. Because I do appreciate everybody. My man Mark Adams. My man Billy Goat hit me with the 2. Bolo hit me with the 5. And my man Mark hit me with the 10. Thank y'all so much. I do appreciate y'all. I'm going to check this young PayPal easy. And we going to go ahead and wrap this on up. Yes, sir. There we go. And nobody over there. All right. Y'all have a good night, man. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to everybody who checked me out on the United Guns of America. Thank you for supporting the channel over there. If you have not subscribed to the UGOA, just go ahead and go on over there right now and just click subscribe and then go on about and finish. And actually, there you go. You can go watch Tommy. Tommy live. I'm going to check him out my damn self too. So I'm going to get myself something to eat. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Peace. And I'm out. What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do 2 things. What are those 2 things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's 2 of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about everything. Politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening, I'm willing to have a conversation about it. So come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out. All right, y'all. Peace, and I'm out.